Kumar as well. Let me also now bring in our guest, political analyst Chandrachud Singh is joining us. We also have another political analyst, Ravi Srivastava. Good to have both of you on the broadcast with us. Chandrachud Singh, let me begin with you. Are you even surprised that there are now talks as far as the collapse of this alliance between BJP and JDU is concerned?
Thank you. I'm not at all surprised. And why should I be? A student of politics that I am, I know that politics is art of possibles, and that government and power seeking brings strange bedfellows together and also makes similar ones go against each other. So I don't think that all this thing is surprising. Yes, as far as the developments are concerned, see, I mean, if you look to the ways of functioning of regional parties and the new developments with the rise of the BJP as a very strong hegemonic party, this is bound to happen because the regional parties will try to be to assert their autonomy, will try to always have more share in the regions from where they get their votes. And most of these regional parties being caste-based parties, I mean, they would definitely be a bit wary about the role that religion can play in overriding those caste biases or caste feelings. So there are head start because he has to survive on that. Moreover, Bihar also has sizable number of constituencies where the Muslim votes are pretty much more than 35-40%, so to say. So therefore, the coming together itself was a kind of a strange thing. And given the kind of autonomy that Nitish Kumar always wants for himself and the free hand that he wants for himself, this was bound to happen.
Okay, this was bound to happen, you are saying. We'll really have to see how this plays out. What are going to be the calculations and discussions that take place? But I want to bring in Ravi Srivastava as well. Ravi, the update that we are understanding is that now Nitish Kumar has sought some time to meet Sonia Gandhi. We don't know when that meeting will take place. But I want to understand from you, what will it take for the Congress to come on board? Yes, it's an understood factor that the common enemy is the BJP, so you would want to get together. But despite seeing the kind of track record that Nitish Kumar has, there is a trust deficit there. So what will it take for the Congress to come on board?
The old flocks come together. I think Lalu Yadav and Sonia Gandhi, they have been quite close for quite some time in the politics. They are the old guards of the national politics. But here I would like to say 2-3 quick things.
Sure.
Number one, BJP is very bad as far as the coalition politics is concerned. It always looks for running down its weaker partner and try to finish him. This has happened in Maharashtra. This has happened in Jammu Kashmir. If you recall that Mahbooba Mufti, they had a government over there. You have got JDU here. Since day one, when this election was concluding, if you recall, the counting went off for nearly 72 hours. And barely a 10 seats margin, BJP, JDU formed the government. And Nitish Kumar was feeling marginalized from the day one. And his secular credentials were under serious threat. If you recall that Agniveer maximum demonstrations or what you call damage happened in Bihar only. The Jatiya Janaganana, the all those things, population control.
True.
Those were
so
not.
We said tremors were already there, but I just wanted to understand from you, what will it take for the Congress to come on board? But I'll just request our guests to stay on with us. As we said, tremors had already been there. And over the past few weeks, there were a lot of signs that indicated that this is to come. Let's break down those details of what has really led to this day where we're discussing a collapse as far as this alliance is concerned. It was a mayhem in the making. On the 17th of July, Nitish Kumar skipped the Chief Minister's meet. This was called by the Home Minister Amit Shah. But this was not the only crucial meeting. On the 22nd of July, Nitish Kumar skipped the dinner which was hosted for the ex-president Ramnath Kovind, and then very quickly he also missed the crucial swearing in of President Draupadi Murmu. Again, Nitish Kumar was not present. Then on 31st of July, Nitish Kumar skipped BJP conclave hosted by Home Minister and BJP chief. As Maria was pointing out earlier, we still don't know what really led to the absence as far as Nitish Kumar was concerned for that very crucial Niti Aayog meeting that took place. On the 7th of August, Nitish Kumar skipped crucial Niti Aayog meet chaired by the Prime Minister. As I said, we still don't know what the official reason being given is, but on the same day, he was seen attending local events as well. So what is the message that was being said? But Ravi, quick answer from you. What will it take for the Congress to come on board?
Congress is not a big partner anyway. Congress has got some 19 seats only in Bihar. As far as Congress has to keep its flock together, probably they will be too happy to join this kind of a government. At least a couple of them or three of them will get a lal batti, and they will be, the cadre will be, revived back. So the Congress will definitely look for this opportunity. RJD being a bigger partner, RJD being a stronger force, and Lalu Yadav and Sonia Gandhi's, Bohomi for quite some time. So I think they will come on board if anything happens of that sort. But for BJP, it's a losing game. BJP has been always trying to run down Nitish Kumar, whether the funds are concerned, whether the development is concerned. So they were always trying to marginalize Nitish Kumar. And Nitish Kumar is a very shrewd operator for that matter.
True.
He has always made switching the sides to make himself politically established as far as Bihar politics is concerned. He has done it for more than last 15 years. So I think this is how this is going to sink the boat there of this BJP-JDU alliance in Bihar, and the new Mahagathbandhan were the part of this CPI and RJD and all these Congress parties are there. So they might form a government over there. That transition is likely.
Okay.
But then
so that we'll really have to see.
Benefit will go.
Yeah. Okay, that we'll really have to see who are these players that come together. This is all right now in the realm of speculation. But Chandrachud Singh, I want to go back to a crucial player, which is Lalu Prasad himself. Will Lalu Prasad want to trust Nitish Kumar once again after he burnt his hands way back in 2017?
Well, at the face of it, I don't think Lalu Prasad or Tejaswi will be at least pragmatic in doing so. Because, when the elections happen, the caste equations will again play down.
True.
And therefore, I don't think Lalu Prasad and I don't see RJD directly getting involved in at least the formation of the government, though they'll be happy to see the BJP losing out its, on its equation and particularly its position of power in Bihar. But I think the larger point is that the BJP also knows very well that today or tomorrow it will have to ride on its own strength. For long, it's been riding a pillion. I think the BJP cadre must have decided, the leadership must have decided that it was also the time, and they are riding high on the gain Uttar Pradesh. So I think the BJP also knows it very well that perhaps it's the only way that it can control a state which is as politically conscious and as politically important as Bihar is. So I think the more than Nitish Kumar, who will somehow survive, but I think a decision that the BJP has taken to assert its autonomy and perhaps to prepare a future roadmap, particularly keeping 2019, the next Lok Sabha elections in 2024 into mind. So my understanding is that BJP would not mind Nitish Kumar going out, and the RJD will temporarily be happy. But given the fact that both of them are caste-based parties and feed back on each other's vote, I think the BJP senses a good opportunity to create its own path and to create solidly before the next Lok Sabha election approaches.
Okay, we'll really have to see.